Ken Jennings has opened up about the one mistake on Jeopardy! That still haunts him to this day, as well as what the hardest part of the show is. Talking about his new book The Complete Connections with Mental Floss, the Jeopardy! Host discussed many aspects of the game show and how his perspective has changed from contestant to host. Ken Jennings admitted to the outlet that he still feels he will never be as good a host as Alex Trebek. He was just so perfect for that job. Like he'd been engineered in an Ontario lab for it. "We miss Alex every day," he said. "But the one thing I can bring to the table is that I remember what it was like to be a contestant. So a lot of that is just remembering the panic. There's a lot of big feelings when you're a Jeopardy! Player. And so every morning I come out and I try to chat with the players, I try to talk them down. I convey to them, if possible, that I'm on their side and everybody on the show is on their side, and we just want to see three people play well." Jennings also can't help but reminisce about how his life changed after he walked onto that set in 2004. One moment that will live with him forever, though, is getting the final Jeopardy on his last game wrong. "For me, that was H&R Block, the final question I got wrong, which means pretty much every time I drive past a strip mall, I get to remember my failing. So that's nice," he said. The clue in business and industry was most of this firm's 70,000 seasonal white-collar employees work only 4 months a year. The correct response was H&R Block, which Jennings' opponent answered. He said FedEx, ultimately losing the game. Although Jennings came up with 500 connection questions, he does not have any part in writing the clues for Jeopardy! "The writers are great at it. They do not need my help," he said. However, the Jeopardy! GOAT said that, like Trebek, he might bring a fact or two back from vacation that he learned and suggest it to the writer's room. "Sometimes they humor me and I see them on the show," Jennings shared. He might be constantly thinking of puzzles, but do not ask Ken Jennings to come up with another anecdote. That has got to be the hardest part of being on that show 75 times. "Answering the clues is hard enough, but then they make you have a funny story every half an hour," he said. Nobody has 75 funny stories. If you watch Jeopardy! You know that some people don't even have one funny story. I sure ran out very quickly. But I have been traveling a lot lately, and that's a very safe area for Jeopardy! Stories. So if I had to do this again, I could say that a llama spit on me in Peru or something." Jennings shared that he could be lying about the llama because the game show does not fact-check stories like they do their clues. Ken Jennings, one of Jeopardy's most iconic champions, is known not just for his record-breaking 74-game winning streak but also for his sharp intellect and quick reflexes on the buzzer. Yet even the greatest contestants aren't immune to mistakes, and Jennings recently opened up about one moment that continues to haunt him, as well as the part of the show he finds most challenging. In a recent interview, Jennings candidly reflected on a moment from his early days as a contestant. Despite his incredible knowledge and preparation, he admitted that a single misstep still sticks in his memory. "It was during a final Jeopardy! Round, and I remember the question vividly," he explained. "I knew the topic, I knew the answer. Or at least I thought I did. But for some reason, I second-guessed myself and went with the wrong answer. It was such a small thing, but it cost me the win that day." For Jennings, who is celebrated for his extraordinary winning streak, this moment serves as a reminder that even the brightest minds are human. "I've learned that mistakes are part of the game, and part of life," he said. "But some of them linger in your memory more than others. That one really does." The honesty with which Jennings shares this story resonates with fans, who see not just the legend, but the relatable person behind the champion. Beyond individual mistakes, Jennings discussed what he considers the hardest aspect of Jeopardy! The speed and pressure of the game. While viewers often marvel at the knowledge required to compete, Jennings emphasized that it's the mental and physical pressure of the buzzer that truly separates contestants. "You could know every fact in the world," he explained, "but if you hesitate for even a fraction of a second on the buzzer, you lose your chance. That's something people don't see when they watch at home. The hardest part isn't always remembering the answers, it's being fast enough to get them." Jennings also spoke about the unique stress of Final Jeopardy! The segment where contestants must wager wisely and answer a single, often tricky question. "Final Jeopardy! Is intense," he said. "It's a moment where your knowledge, strategy, and nerves all collide. One mistake can change the entire outcome of the game, and that pressure is enormous." He admitted that even after decades of experience on the show, he still feels the tension every time he participates in special tournaments or guest appearances. Interestingly, Jennings noted that preparation for Jeopardy! Goes far beyond studying trivia. Contestants must practice timing, buzzer techniques, and even reading habits. "You have to be able to process the clue instantly," he said. It's a skill you develop over time. You don't just memorize facts, you train yourself to react. He credited his success in part to meticulous preparation, including mock games and timed drills, which helped him maintain composure under the intense spotlight of the studio. The former champion also reflected on the emotional side of competing on the show. While winning is exhilarating, Jennings emphasized the mental toll that constant pressure can take. It's exhausting, he admitted. There's a lot of adrenaline, a lot of focus, and a lot of self-talk in your head. You're constantly evaluating, second-guessing, and adjusting. It's as much a mental marathon as it is a test of knowledge. Jennings' honesty about his struggles and mistakes highlights an important lesson for fans. Even the most celebrated geniuses experience doubt, error, and pressure. I think people sometimes forget that champions aren't perfect, he said. We make mistakes, we have moments of panic, we overthink. What matters is how you handle it and move forward. This perspective has endeared him to viewers, who admire not only his intellect but also his humility. Another topic Jennings touched on was the unique culture of Jeopardy! Itself. Unlike many competitive arenas, he noted, the show fosters a sense of respect and admiration among contestants. It's competitive, yes, but there's a camaraderie too, he explained. Everyone wants to do their best, but there's also an unspoken support. People understand the pressure and the challenge, so there's mutual respect. Jennings believes this atmosphere contributes to the show's enduring popularity, allowing both contestants and audiences to enjoy the thrill of the game without negativity or hostility. Fans of Jeopardy! Also appreciated Jennings' insights into his mental preparation. He described strategies such as visualizing the board, rehearsing responses, and managing nerves, which are often invisible to viewers but crucial for success. You have to anticipate patterns, think ahead, and stay calm, he said. It's about creating a mental flow where knowledge and instinct work together seamlessly. His explanation provides a rare glimpse into the behind-the-scenes tactics that elevate a contestant from good to great. Jennings' reflections also carry a broader lesson about resilience and learning from failure. Despite his legendary streak, he emphasizes that missteps are inevitable, but they can become valuable learning experiences. That one mistake I mentioned? I still think about it sometimes, but I've learned not to dwell on it. Each mistake teaches you something, and in Jeopardy! Or in life, that's what helps you improve. His words resonate not only with aspiring trivia contestants but also with anyone striving for excellence in their own endeavors. Finally, Jennings expressed gratitude for the opportunities that Jeopardy! Has given him. Beyond fame and recognition, the show has allowed him to connect with audiences and share a love of knowledge. Being part of Jeopardy! Has been an incredible experience, he said. I've met amazing people, challenged myself in ways I never imagined, and learned a lot about myself along the way. The mistakes, the pressure, the victories, they all form part of a journey I'm proud to have taken. In conclusion, Ken Jennings' candid discussion about the mistake that haunts him and the hardest part of competing on Jeopardy! Provides a rare and valuable perspective on the game. It reminds viewers that even the most brilliant minds are human, that preparation and mental agility are just as important as knowledge, and that every setback carries a lesson. For fans of the show, Jennings' words deepen admiration for a champion who not only dominates the game but also embraces its challenges with honesty, humility, and grace. Whether you've watched his historic streak unfold or simply enjoy trivia for fun, Jennings' insights offer a glimpse into the mind of a true Jeopardy! Legend, and a reminder that perseverance, strategy, and self-awareness are just as crucial as intelligence in achieving success.